Hey, good morning, JB. Thank you for joining me this morning on this magnificent Monday morning. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, JD, good morning. Greetings. Happy Monday. Okay, I hear you. So, look, I'm trying to get here and get this time in, trying to use my time wisely, trying to start this new week off with the bang by trying to go live and get my time in that I need to get in. I have a few errands that I need to run, but I felt like if I didn't go ahead and do this, it might not happen. And I need to try to get back consistent with going live. You're 7:02 p.m. Okay, I think you all about 7 or 8 hours in ahead of us. See, here it's still 8 a.m. It's like, oh, where's my phone? It's about 11:02 a.m. here, JD. 11:02. Yes, it's important. Yes, and it would be great now if I was really smart. What I need to do is come back live a little bit later. But that doesn't always happen. But thank you to JB and JD for being here. Yes, it's 11:02 here. Isn't it amazing the way the world works? And only God can make that happen here on the universe. Daylight for some, then you all are getting ready to go to bed, and we're still in the AM part of the day. I just think that's so awesome, very awesome. It's amazing. I agree. It is amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging in with me. When I come on, I try to push my time out. It seems like it's always so busy. It's always so busy. I would love to do, more than an hour. And every now and then I go over. But of course, today will not be one of those days because as soon as I'm finished here, I got to go and meet my sister. She's trying to help me with something with my computer. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. It's AM for you. Okay. Here, PM. Absolutely. And look, only God can do that. Only Him. Here we have people who want to, be in control and think that they're smarter than God. But he says there's some things that you cannot do. Only I can do. Life be life and JB, that part. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It be life, and especially for me, it just seems like it's just something all the time. And even though I'm retired, it still seems like, I'm just as busy now. I used to hear people say that. I'm like, oh no, I won't be like that. It's just always something to do. And I felt like I would have more time on my hand now, because school is down here, for the holidays. And when school is in, my niece brings my two little great nieces out here right before she goes to work. And I have to transport them to work, not to, she drops them off before she goes to work, for me to take them to school. And normally when I do that, I run my errands while I'm out, and I'm like, okay, school is out now. I don't have to do that. That's one task I won't have to do. So I have more time on my hand to do this, that, and the other. But lo and behold, I was still wrong. It's still, I just can't, it's hard to get a grip, but I guess it's good. Don't get me wrong. I won't complain. I'm thankful that I am able to get up, and still be busy because, that's not everybody's story. So I'm still grateful. I am grateful. You may be busier now. Yes, ma'am, JB. I really am. I really am. But it's not all bad. It keeps me moving. And they say, keep the muscles, just movement is good. It's good. So, but thank you, ladies, so very much for being here with me to help get me through this time right here. Just got to make time, and I want to get my consistency back. I had started before life. JB started life, and kind of had my tribes built up. So, hopefully I will be able, to do that. So that's why I said, nope, I'm going to do it now. You know, every time I say, okay, I'll go and do this and I'll go and do that. I'll do what I got to do, X, Y, Z, and then I'll come back and do it. And guess what? It doesn't happen. It does not happen. It doesn't. And I think I ended up falling asleep last night, but I told you, JD, if you're still here, that I was headed to bed. I was so tired. Yesterday was such a busy day. I ended up falling asleep, but I still had you going. JB. Okay, you say yes. It's all fall. Okay, yes, it all fall in place. You'll see. All right, I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna hold you to that. Okay. I have hope that it will. I have hope that it will. And believe it or not, I've been trying to pre-plan to come up with something. Once I'm claiming it, I get monetized. Okay, I gotta be strategic. When life goes to life, but I think as long as I can get up here. Oh, about 2, 3 times a week. I got to, get my shorts and get some videos to rolling. I got to come up with a plan to still, be able to produce. So I've been trying to think about that as well. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, ladies. Absolutely. So did y'all have a great Christmas? Did you have a blessed Christmas? Well, JD, I know you travel. I know you traveled. You went back home. I enjoyed watching, your vlogs with your mom and with River Girl and with my little Layla and Lavinia. So I know you travel, and I know JB, you were waiting for um the grandchildren and children to come by. Now, do you two ladies know, both of you all produce content? So, JD, may I take a moment to introduce you to JB? So, if you all want to drop your information, in the chat box, you all can connect with each other. That's the beauty, of making friends, uniting here. We get to meet other people. I don't know. Do you all? Oh, okay. You all already know each other. Okay. All right. Great. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. JB says, "Oh, we've been so okay, okay, okay." See, okay, awesome. I didn't know that. Thanks for always supporting. Yes, it's all right. I try to get around. My thing is, I try to live my philosophy is, one act of kindness deserves another. But yes, I try to. I try to do my best, and I've always done that from day one, and I want to, continue to, show support because I appreciate the support that I receive. I do. Yes, we appreciate it so much, says JB. JD says River Girl is always happy with Leah, my little Leah. Yes, yes, yes. Layla, okay, I spelled her name. Okay, it's Leila. I think I spell it Layla. Layla. And I get Lavania. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Lavania. Thanks for the love. Absolutely. Absolutely. God bless you as well. Absolutely. This is what we have to do. This is what we have to do in this community. Show love, embrace each other, and do what we can. Stop by and watch when we can. That's so very important. That's the least we can do. That costs nothing. Just a little time, and always hit that like button, hit that sub button. Absolutely. JD, are you at work today? Okay, okay. All right, there it is. Nightbot is on point. There it is. So do y'all have a big plans for today? You getting ready for the New Year's? What's on your schedule? What's on your agenda for today? Because like I said, as soon as I finish this, I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna get moving. I gotta go and meet my sister. And um when I came home this morning, I kind of like tried to. I've been trying to declutter. I've been trying to just declutter and just get rid of some stuff. So I started to organize a cabinet in there, in the bathroom underneath the sink. I wiped it out, pulled everything out, and guess what? There it sits. I hadn't had a chance to reorganize and get it back in. JD says, "Okay, you're at home already." Okay. Hey, Mimi. Look. I think this is your first time coming over, isn't it? I can't remember, but good morning. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will shower, eat, sleep. That's what I did. See, it's time for you to go to bed. And we're just getting up and moving. I came in, took a shower, and did that, and then have some clothing in there I'm trying to take care of. But I'm gonna go and do what I have to do. Okay, you've been here before. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. That is great. And I need to come back and visit you. I need to do something on your channel too, Mimi. Okay, the silent lives. Yes, that's what we do. Thank God for those when life gets to life. That is how we do it when life gets to life. And once I get monetized, hopefully really, really soon, I got to put a little bit more excitement on mine. But I'll figure that out a little bit later. You know, those silent lives, they help out so much when life gets to life. But I got to find time in addition to those to try to get up there and do a little bit more of this as well. So and like I said earlier, just if I had that time, 2 times a day would be perfect. You know, 2 times a day would be perfect if I could make it happen. And I thought about maybe trying to go on at nighttime, but I'm so freaking tired. You know, throughout the day, don't want to have to fall asleep, right, JD? Like what happened last night. It's just I've been to the side. Yes, I've seen you in my silent live. I've seen you those that there before. Let me ask, do you know whether or not this is the case? Because someone mentioned this to me. Like when we have those lives going, does YouTube doc you if like I step out of that and maybe come over to yours for a minute or go over to JB's or go over to JD? Is that not permissible with YouTube? Do you all know? Do you know, Mimi? JD, JB, do y'all know that those are facts? In this outline. Okay, JB says, I'm usually out cold by 8. No, I know. I think just those hustle and bustle, you know, throughout the day. I was dog tired last night. I think I even told JB, you know, I'm gonna leave you play, but and I think Mimi kind of said something like that too, you know. But I still have you going, still gonna show that support, but I just might end up nodding. And some of my girls, you know, I'm oftentimes, you know, modding, you know, for Sis Marco, you know, she goes live about what 8, 7 or 8, and you know, I'm so freaking tired. And I do it takes all I have to try to stay awake. I end up nodding a little bit, but I will wake up, get back on it. But I'm just drained between 8 and 10. I am drained most of the time. I heard one person say that, but don't think it's true because I know I've done it before. And I went over to this guy's live. And he said, "No, no, you can't be here." I'm like, "I can't." And he said, "No, because YouTube will strike you and me both if you're doing that." I'm like, "Okay, YouTube got that kind of time too." So, okay, okay. Look at Brooklyn. Hey, Brooklyn. Thank you. I think you were coming in a couple days ago when I was about to end. Yeah, yes, I am one of your mods. Yes, Brooklyn. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. JB says, then I'll wait in the middle of the night, right? I'll wake and then I'll go on and see what's going on those YouTube streets before I finish up my beauty rest. Okay, elevate is showing Brooklyn some love. Oh wait, what was that? JB said Brooklyn. Yes. Okay, she's speaking to Mimi. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, wonderful ladies, for stopping by to show me some support. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it so very much. And I was saying earlier, if I didn't stop what I was doing, kind of like put a pin in everything and make this happen, chances are, because I had so many good intentions on coming on, because I did like 3 days. I did like three of these chit chats last week. And then I just couldn't make it happen. Saturday, I had to attend a funeral, I couldn't make it happen. And then what happened yesterday, because I had planned to do both Saturday and Sunday to keep that consistency going. So I'm like, I'm not taking a chance today. Nope, I'm going to go ahead, hit it this morning, and then I put a pin in everything else so that I can do this. Um, Beauty rest, yes. 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Let's do it. Oh yes, that's one of the things on my to-do list that I try to do. It doesn't always happen, but it is on my list to do. It surely is. It is. Those of you or any of you that's in the live now, anybody from California? Anybody out that way? I'm just wondering if anybody was affected by that deadly those storms, that bad weather that they are having out there. Or do you have family out there? Did anybody have to evacuate to your knowledge? Just wondering if anybody was from out that way. Beauty rest. Okay, I read that one. Okay, I've been in a Christmas text. Okay. But be getting back to work. Yes, absolutely. So you must have had a very splendid Christmas, Brooklyn. So Elevate says no. Okay, no thank absolutely. But prayers up to those people that's dealing with that out there. Prayerfully everything will work out for them really, really soon. Really soon. So I'm assuming everybody had a great, blessed, happy Christmas. Like I said, I don't, and my mindset has changed about Christmas. Some I don't do quite as much. And then, we don't have any children around here. Well, I have great nieces mostly, primarily. Don't have any grandchildren at the moment. So we don't do a whole lot. Cause I come to the conclusion, it's not my birthday. JB, I think you were, was it you? Maybe it was Mother Capricorn. I said the other day, I get celebrated. My birthday is April the 15th. So I try. I just don't think God means, I just don't think it was intended. I don't think God or Jesus, want us to, some of us go into overkill. And I'm in that us. I used to too, when it comes to Christmas. Folks get really broke during that time of the year. And another discussion, that we had, we actually we celebrate December the 25th, but was Jesus really born on December the 25th? Let me see, let me back up. Don't want to miss anybody comment. So Mimi says that no, you don't know anybody in Cali. JB did not. You said exactly. I forgot. Okay. It's every day that counts. Yes, absolutely. LOL. Okay. Went ice skating. That should have been a lot of fun. Okay. At the Rockefeller. YAA. Okay. A tourist fun. Okay. Hey, SA. You have been MIA. Where in the world have you been? I mean, I've seen you out in those YouTube streets, but thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I'm assuming that you're off. You're on your 4 days off today. Okay, Brooklyn said that she did go to church. SA says, we don't know. No, we don't. That's what I was about to say. We don't know. But that was a conversation that came up in one of our we can only speculate, and we can maybe, make inferences, but we don't know if it was December 25th. Some people say he was born in the spring, like April, then somebody said January. Then someone has said the fall. But the Bible really doesn't say, of course, the Bible doesn't list, I don't think It doesn't say fall, winter, spring, or summer, and it surely most definitely doesn't say January throughout December. Doesn't give a particular month. So, we all just speculate. We would just speculate. Okay, you can't do nights anymore, so you don't work night shifts anymore. Um, Brooklyn says it doesn't matter. Okay, you're off today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. No, no, it really doesn't matter. But I said all that to say, whenever it is, I know December 25th is not my day. My day is April the 15th. So I come to the conclusion that children around here, they get all year. It's like every day is Christmas. So and this is just, give that disclaimer. This is just my opinion only. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. But I just don't think that I don't think Jesus, meant for us to go into an overkill. I just feel like this giving with November and December being so close together, wouldn't it be nice if we spread it out? Because we forget about love and giving, January through October. Most people, we don't love as much during those other 10 months. We just go into the overkill with November and December. We're more compassionate. We have more empathy when it comes to, we help more, we give more during these 2 months. But what about the other 10? What about the other 10? We forget about loving each other then. We forget about it. But that's just something that came up. We've discussed that in one of my lives. And that's when, like I said, I think Tracy had said she thought it was January. I think Mother Capricorn was thinking that it was maybe like in the fall. And I don't know who thought it was the spring, but that was some interesting dialogue that we had going on. Um, so no one knows. I know I don't. I'm not a. I don't know. I'll be the first to say. Okay, you're off. Okay, around the house getting some rest. Hopefully, SA. We just should celebrate. We just should celebrate. You mean we just should celebrate his birth? You mean just celebrate December the 25th? I know I celebrate. Uh, well, more so even in celebrating April the 15th, which is my birthday. I just thank God. I'm just thankful to be alive, clothed in my right mind, happy to see another day. Government uses birthday to absolutely the economy going. Absolutely, I agree with you. I agree with you. As saying not just his birth, but what the resurrection when he rose from the dead. Yes, we're not even going to talk about Halloween. We're just not going. Yeah, the government. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that. Essay. They use it as a money making day or season. The wonderful life. Yes, every day we okay, the wonderful life. Yes, every day we okay, I give 24/7 to anyone I can help. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't make up can't make up for 10 minutes and two, right? Can't make up for okay. Okay, as they saying yes. And like I said, by the time I get to some of these, I would have forgotten by the time I read the comment what we were talking about. Brooklyn says it is said the three kings hadn't arrived till January 6th. Like I said, these dates I don't know. I haven't seen any date like January through December, a month listed in the Bible. So for me, it's all speculation, and I'm not a biblical scholar. So I read and I study and I try to understand um, what's there in the Bible. Dr. J, I'm getting rid of so much in my house. I'm painting and changing. Look at you being so smart. You are being very, very smart, essay. Okay, Brooklyn has some praying hands there. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. But like I said earlier, essay before you came on, I kind of like had to stop, put on brakes for a minute because I needed to get up here and do this. And because if I didn't put on brakes and do it now, guess what? Your girl probably would not have ended up doing it. So, and I'm just going to finish my to-do list in about when I'm done up here. I usually when I come on, I at least try to make it count for 1 hour. So I have about 30 more minutes to be with you, wonderful people. JB says, my birthday just passed the 6th. Okay, you had a birthday December 6th. Happy belated birthday, JB. I don't care much, but now I get discount. Absolutely. Isn't that great? The senior citizen discount. Every little bit helps. For sure, for sure. I know. Like as I age, like I said, I'm just more thankful than anything else. Once you bypass 40 for me, you know, just thankful to still be here. Did Mimi leave? What about Mimi? JD, did you all exit the building? I have given away so much. Oh my God. Um, I didn't know I had so much stuff. Yes, and you don't realize how much stuff. For me, I always say, I don't really, you don't realize how much stuff you have until you have to move, especially. Okay, that's right. You had to go and take a shower. Okay, now you're back, JD. Okay. Essay. Okay. JD is showing Essay some love. JB, thank you. Okay, JB is saying LOL. Yes. Anywhere, anytime. Okay, you're showing JD some love as well. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, but you don't realize how much stuff you have. Now, if you really want to know how much stuff you have packed away in these cabinets and these corners, you just have to move. You just mess around here and have to put move. Because when we move here, I'm like, oh my word, where did all this stuff come from? And I got some more stuff I need to go through and get rid of. So do when you go through it, essay, do you give it to the local Goodwill or what do you do? Z Adams, thank you for stopping by. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Do you donate to the local Goodwill, essay? Do you trash it or what do you do? Yard sale? Okay, okay. Your car is packed now with clothes and shoes. Okay, I'm sure you are going by some type bank to drop it off. Have a lovely day, Chat. Oh my, you're being summoned to go. So I guess I might see you a little bit later, Brooklyn. I do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully you will continue to have a magnificent Monday. Okay, I have given a lot, okay, to a coworker. But I've learned too that a lot of people, I guess if you can find someone, that's kind of like what I like to do before I head to Goodwill, give it to someone who would accept it, someone who would appreciate it. But I know a lot of people, well, I won't say a lot, some people, you know, don't like hand-me-downs. But yes, if I can find someone who could use it, I would prefer to give it to somebody. Mhm. That's awesome. Have a great day, Brooklyn. Much love. Thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you a little bit later. It's good for each other, but also for the earth. Yes, 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 yes. I agree, JB. It is. It is. It is. Okay, Slimmer says, I give to Goodwill, local charity, and also to our school. You know what? I forgot the school because the nurse, you probably take it to the nurse. So I guess, when the children, you mean clothing to the school, or what do you give to the school? A lot is brand new. I know with tags. I understand. I usually have items like that as well. I don't give away, okay, too much used stuff. Right. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, you give the clothing to the schools. So what are those, children's clothing, grandchildren clothing? Or are you saying that your school has a clothing bank? Dr. Che, you think school would take? Yes, of course. Yes, they would take those books. They would be glad to take those books. You have children's books, essay? They would take those books. As a matter of fact, I think, don't you work in a school? I think Z Adams. Okay, you take your grandkids' clothing. That's awesome. That's awesome. A school clothing bank would be awesome. Yes, schools have clothing banks. They have clothing banks. Children's books, yes. Z Adams, don't you work in a school? But yes, schools would take those. They would take those books. Yes, and put them out. Let the teachers know that the books are there, and put them in a central location or at the media center, and the students can come by and take them. They can take them and add them to their collection at home, place them in their library right there at their homes. So, and you always, for the sake of literacy, want to get those books into the hands of those children. So that would be awesome. So, SA, do you know the principal or any board members there in your community? But if you can reach out to a principal, or if you have someone you know who has a family member that is a teacher, you say, I absolutely went overboard for my last child. I understand, but you can't go wrong with those books. You cannot go wrong. What we did, um, with the books, I know when my son outgrew the books and all that he had, we passed them on to family members. Um, we passed them on to family members. We surely do tons of books. Can't go wrong with those. She reads like a pro. I bet. Yes, the principal. I know. I would reach out to that principal, the principal that you know, and let her know that you have some books that you would like to donate. I'm sure she would tell you, yes. I would reach out to that principal. Absolutely. Because I don't know anywhere in the United States. I know I did a live on that some time ago. Literacy is an issue here in the United States. I do not know a principal around here that would say no to some donated books. You tried Facebook Marketplace? What a headache. So what is Facebook Marketplace? Facebook Marketplace. I'm not on Facebook, SA. What do you do there? Were you going to sell the books at the marketplace? See, Adam says, yes, I am a librarian and welcome free books. I try to give a book to all of our students. We're really trying to push. Absolutely. Absolutely. I read an article like, literacy, you know, we have a crisis here. There's a crisis here in the United States when it comes. Our children are not reading as much as they need to. Good morning, Muhammad. Thank you so much for dropping in. This is my friend from Iraq, Baghdad. Okay. How are you? I am doing well. I am doing well. Every morning I tell you, these eyes open, and the good Lord blows some air into these lungs, and I can sit up and do for myself. And in my right mind, it is an awesome day. What about for you? Are you having a good day? Are you having a magnificent Monday? JB says, oh, that person, that makes a difference. That makes a difference. Okay. What are you referring to, JB? That with essay donating the books? Okay, you can post. Okay, you can post things to sell. Okay, gotcha. At the marketplace. Okay, I kind of figured that. Okay. I was posting new clothes and new shoes. If you put something for $5, they want it. Oh, that's funny, essay. I mean, I know, right? We don't want to pay any money, but we'll go and we'll give it to Macy's, we'll give it to Walmart, we'll give him free books. Oh wow. Not worth my drive to meet the person. I know, not for $1. Absolutely. $5 is not bad at all. So you put your price up there and they want to negotiate. Mm, imagine that. Mohammed says, I'm so happy today because I'm right now. Okay, you're with your family in Turkey for 1 week. Absolutely. Well, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. Get to spend a whole week over in Turkey with your family. So that's what's up. That's awesome. That's very awesome. And your mom, I'm assuming she is well, Mohammed. Prayerfully so. Essay says, yes, I will give books to the school. Absolutely. Absolutely. JB says, when my kids were little, we were so broke. It was librarians, counselors, and teachers. The food, uh, the food, okay, made a difference. Okay, yes, yes. You get and let the school let them know sometimes they can be very helpful. Very helpful. My mom, okay, you took your mom along with you to Turkey. Okay, awesome. That is so great. SA says that's nice, Muhammad. Awesome, awesome, awesome. My daughter was reading by 3, so she always crave books, etc. Okay, great, 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 great. Can't go wrong with those books. You cannot go wrong with them. Like I said, here in the United States, literacy, we are in trouble. Our children are not reading as much or as often as they need to. So yes, what better item to get into their hands than a book? So that's awesome. Thank you so much, SA says Muhammad. So you will be in Turkey until when? Maybe Saturday or Sunday? A whole week. That is so freaking awesome. So awesome. But as say that school, that principal, those teachers, that media specialist would be they would be overjoyed to receive those books. So SA, did you only try, you said Facebook Marketplace? What about just doing an old-fashioned yard sale? Have you tried to do a yard sale to get rid of some of your excessive items? What about just a yard sale? I am so glad, SA, that you called me. I haven't seen you in a while. And when you popped up in Auntie's place the other, I'm like, wow, I hadn't seen you in quite some time. Quite some time. I thought about it. Yes, it'll be worth the try. It'll be worth it. At least, you can get try to get some of the money back that and then look, you won't have to go and meet anybody like on that Facebook Marketplace. You got to get in the time trying to locate where a person is. Just get you one or two tables and just do it right there in your yard. Or you all might have a place like where we live. They would have like on Saturdays, everybody would come together and you can go, I guess, and rent a spot. But if you do it right there at your house, put some signs up to let them know you're having a yard sale. You don't have to worry about renting a spot. Just do it right there from your yard. Have a yard sale right there. Okay, maybe a local church can direct. Okay, I thought about it. Okay, JB says maybe a local church can direct items where needed. Right, right. because I changed my schedule from nights to days. Okay. I understand that. Those night shifts, they get kind of old, don't they? So is this indefinitely, SA? Muhammad says, I'm working a trailer man in oil well company north of Iraq. It's hard job. My beautiful wife and kids in Turkey. Okay, I remember you mentioning that for some safety, and I'm here in Iraq to make money for my family and my mom. Awesome. That is so great. That is so great. That's what great men do, Muhammad. That is awesome. Great, 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 great. You're away, you're working. Okay, gotcha. Okay, SA says Dr. J in my county, I have to get permission and request to have a yard sale. Really? Huh. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Okay. That's an interesting essay. You have to get permission and request to have a yard sale. Wow. Okay. 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 And okay, you do too. Okay, JB. It's the same here. So it's probably, I guess, with the sub you'll make do you live in a subdivision maybe? Okay, gotcha. Yes, not going back to nights. Okay. So I miss a lot of auntie shows because I'm working now. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I'm glad you were able to stop by, see my live light on and catch me here. Thank you for stopping by. And look, how are things going with you? Because you were gonna try to get something off the ground as well, SA. And it's only certain days of the week. Okay, only certain days of the week that you can do it. All right, JB. Muhammad says, my mom and family says hello to you and all guys here and says Merry Christmas. Tell your mom I said happy belated Merry Christmas to her and happy 2026. Much love. Let her know that we're sending much love her way. Hopefully she had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully so. Yes, you have to pay and put up your hours. Oh, for the yard sale. Hmm. Hey, Dallas. Good morning. Is it still morning? Good morning. Thank you so much for dropping in. Good morning. Good morning. And I saw where was it? I think maybe on one of the posts or something. I think I replied to it. You had left a comment. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully, you're having a marvelous Monday. Hopefully, hopefully so. Thank you so very kindly for dropping in on this magnificent Monday morning. SA says for the yard sale. Okay. Okay. Same to them. Okay, Muhammad essay is saying Merry Christmas and a happy 2026 to mom as well. Big, huge, and much love. God bless you all. Amen. Okay, blessings to you all as well, Muhammad. Okay, essay is showing Dallas some love. Dallas is showing essay some love. Thank you all so very kindly for stopping by. And like I said, if I didn't hop up here and do it now, chances are it would not have gotten done. And I had said earlier, I thought, by me not having to drop my little great nieces off at school since school is down for these 2 weeks or so, I thought, okay, that will release some time. I have a little bit more time on my hand. But boy, oh boy, wrong, wrong, wrong. That was not the case. JB say, look, just as busy now. Seems like it's just as much to do now as it was. But normally what I do when I drop them off at school first thing in the morning, like I shared, I just go ahead and run my errands and do what I have to do. But I don't have to drop them off. And it's still just kind of like one thing after another, after another, after another. JP says, I truly can't believe it. Okay, yes, it will be 2026 in exactly what 2 days. What's the date? Today is the 29th. So we just have Tuesday and Wednesday. The first is Thursday. This year has zoomed by. Zoomed by. Okay, Muhammad says, okay, sending cheers to SA, prayers, and a rose to SA says 2026. Okay. Will we see the aliens finally? Hopefully not. What do you mean the aliens, SA? Dallas says, SA, I'm already seeing them. What am I missing? Okay, y'all are throwing me now. The aliens. The aliens. Aliens? Oh, okay. Yeah, on this app. It's crazy. It gets really crazy out here, y'all. I tell you. But I try to do my best. I've been trying to do my best to stay away from those aliens. Yeah. Really, really, really. From a young age, my mother instilled a spirit of love, cooperation, and acceptance of others, whoever they may be, because ultimately we're all humans and life is very beautiful but short. Absolutely. Absolutely, Muhammad. Absolutely. And I noticed you said the other day, a couple of days ago in my live, that you don't speak. You were apologetic because you did not speak fluent English. But like I said, even then and now, and every time you stop by here, I think your English is acceptable. It's fine in my opinion. I can read and understand your communication here. The weirdos, yeah. Yes, absolutely. We try to stay away from those, Dallas, SA, for real, for real. For real, for real. Oh, yes, Muhammad, JB says. So hopefully it won't be quite as bad. And those trolls and those weirdos, would kind of like stay hidden. I guess we can say stay hidden. JB says speaks better than most here, right? Yeah. Yeah. He kind of doubt himself a little bit. He shared that in more than one of my lives. He like I said, was apologetic that he didn't speak English really well, being from Iraq, Baghdad, but I think he does well. Muhammad says, sorry because my English not good, but I'm still trying, guys. Hmm. I think you do well. No worries, no sweat whatsoever. None whatsoever. As they say, Dr. J, I follow some alien followers. They believe 2026, they will make contact undeniable. Wow. Hmm. Weird. I follow some alien followers. They believe 2026, they will make contact undeniable. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're our own worst enemies. Yes, we can be from time to time. SA says you're doing great, Muhammad. Absolutely. You are nature. Lens, you made it. You made it. You made it. I've almost reached that hour mark, but it's always so very freaking awesome to see you. Hey, Dr. J, I'm here listening, but just doing something. If you go right ahead, you go right ahead and do whatever you have going on, nature. Believe you me, I know. I know life be lifing. Okay, you hit that like button. Thank you. Dr. J, we are not alone. Okay. Okay, SA. Okay. I just got back home. Okay, you're out taking care of business too. I totally get it. I get it, nature. I get it. I get it. I promise I do. Okay, hugs, JB. Okay, Dallas says, busy day for me today. Just dropping by. I gotta go. Thank you. Look, I totally understand. Dallas, I totally understand. It just warms my heart that you had an opportunity to stop by. Thank you so, so very much. Thank you very kindly. But and this is kind of like, how we do it over here. I do give content. Um, but life been kind of lifing, and it's been the holidays, so I kind of like just been doing some chit chatting to get out here. But I do look, this is your first time coming over, let's not make it your last time. Hopefully I will get a chance to see you back over this way again. Much love to you. Be safe out there. Be safe and continue to enjoy your day, Dallas. Thanks again for stopping by. Okay, nature say, okay, are you? Yes, yes, ma'am. 1 hour, and I have a couple of things I need to do. Um, and I went ahead and I jumped on about an hour, a little before 11, I think. Nature. And like I told them earlier, I wish that it would be ideal if I could come back, but I just don't see how I can fit it in. If I can find the time to try to come back a second time, I will. But hopefully, as I continue to monetize and get where I need to be, I will be able to do more than one. But it's just not, it's just not possible right now. It's not possible. Okay, JB says, okay, bye Dallas. SA said, good to see you. Yes, great to see Dallas here. JB says, hi Dallas. Lordy, look at you. Hey, Miss Lordy, this is your first time being here as well. So hopefully, those of you Dallas, hopefully, this won't be your last time. I can't say essay. I know SA gets tired of me telling this story, but when I first got started, way back when, it was around April, I was up here just trying to test things out, and lo and behold, it was about 12 or 1 o'clock at night. SA found me on, and then later, who was it? Marco came on, and I think it was Granny. It wasn't Granny B. Granny Gangster Granny. It was like the three of us on, just they're trying to hold my hands, and I'm trying to get through and feel my way through things like 1, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So SA has kind of like been here with me since day one, since the beginning of time. But Lordy Marty, thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you hit that notification button so that you will know when I go live, and you'll be able to come back again. You say, "Hey, Dr. J, I just see your chat." Uh, Kit. Okay, okay. Please go back. Would you just do about the first 45 minutes, because you came in at about 50 minutes, and I'm going to get off really soon. Respect, blessings, Dr. J Mott's in the chat. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. I do appreciate you stopping by, showing me some love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Muhammad was saying bye to Dallas. Nature says, okay, I will replay it when you end. Okay. And I got to get with you, Nature, as well. Like I said, as soon as I finish, I have one or two things I got to go and do. So, as we spoke this morning during your live, I will come back and watch yours, and I'll just leave you a message. I'll leave a message. Okay. As they was saying, yes. Okay. You remember. And here I am almost. Yes, that was a good time. Absolutely. I think we were, and all three of you were trying to explain, trying to help me out. And I was just in a hot mess, just trying to figure things out. And look, what about what I think that was back in, was it April? And we're about 7 months in. And guess what? I'm still trying to figure it out. Still trying to get it figured out, but that's okay. We're gonna get where we need to be. Okay, Lordy says, it ain't gonna be. Okay, okay, I support my Nola Bell. Thank you. I support my Nola Bell family. And guess what? Your Nola Bell family, we appreciate. I embrace it. I embrace it. And I think I speak for the other Nola Bells as well. Good to hear your voice. Well, thank you. Thank you. I tell you what, Lordy, it's a difference being on this side in this seat and where you are now, if that makes sense. It's a difference. because we're here, you're doing all the talking and trying to, get it out, make sure I don't overlook anybody comments, because I will be forever grateful. Thank you all so very much for the support. But it's a difference. Mouth drying out, and it's a difference, kind of fun, just time consuming, but I do. I appreciate you all so very much. So look, like I told Dallas, I'm telling you, this is your first time, but you have given me your word that you support the NOLA Bells as well as the Bows, and you will be back. So that makes me feel good. I do appreciate that. Muhammad says there's a piece of advice from an American writer who writers are both. Why is this? Trying to remember his name. It was deeply. Okay, okay. Yeah. If you remember his name, drop it there so I can look it up and see what advice he shared. Muhammad, are you, just out of curiosity, are you a content creator? Are you? How is Granny B? Granny B is doing fine. Granny B was here a few days ago. She is doing fine. She has not been I think she's trying to get things back up and moving as well. I'll make sure when I speak to her. I'm surprised she didn't drop in. I am so surprised that she did not drop by. But she is doing okay. She is doing fine. Okay. Hey, my girl Tracy. Tracy. Good morning. You're late, but you're here. I do appreciate the support. You didn't bring Mary along with you. You all have had the tendency to show up around the same time. But I am so glad that you are here. Thank you for that support. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Nature says, yeah. Okay, great. Okay. I forgot what we were talking about there, nature. Tracy, good to see you. You are not really not really late. Look, you're on time. You are on time. Usually when I come, I usually try to stay an hour. So my hour is pretty much up. I've been up here for about 58, 59 minutes. But I do appreciate you stopping in very kindly. Okay. Nature said, yay. Okay, great. Hey, Rock. Good morning. Good morning, Rock. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Hopefully, you are having a magnificent Monday. Thank you. Rock is showing some love to Lottie Maudie. Okay, and she says, hey, everyone. And let's sip on that cup of coffee right there. Get that energy up that we need. You get there. I believe. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to keep pushing. It's not always the easiest thing. I guess for me, like I said, it's the timing. If I just had more time, that's pretty much the issue with me. Everything else, I can push through it. It's just finding time to do it. But thank you for that encouragement. I do appreciate that. Lottie is showing Rock some love as well. Tracy says, hey everyone, and happy Monday from Tracy. Saying yes. Okay, okay, about the replay. Like I said, give me about 2 or 3 hours, because as soon as I end this, I have one or two pending things that I have to get done. But nature, I promise you. And I'll leave you a message too. I will leave a message. I will. My hour is up. Yay. And thanks to everybody. Thank you all so very kindly for stopping by. Muhammad said, okay, you're going to tell us what that American writer, okay, try to go to the bathroom and get rid of your waste before the new year arrives so you don't carry that waste. Okay, that's some good advice there. Good advice, because ready or not, in 2 days, 2026 is already knocking on our door. Okay. Try. So Muhammad says that American writer said that saying goes, try to go to the bathroom and get rid of your waste before the new year arrives. Gotcha. That kind of like goes along with what Dallas and Essay, what they said earlier. Tracy, Essay is showing Tracy some love. Okay, take care, Dr. J. Yes. Until next time, Essay. Look, don't you go MIA on me again anymore now. If so, I'm coming looking for you. I know the state where you are. I'm coming looking for you. Okay, catch you later. Thank you, Tracy. Laura says, Tracy, happy Monday. Nature said, bye for now. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And I hope to see you all. I'll see some of you all a little bit later out in those YouTube streets. But those of you that it was your first time, like Dallas and Lottie, please, 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 please do not make this your last time. And again, thank you all so, so very much. Hearts and love to each one of you for stopping by. And I will see you all the next go around. So continue to have, yep, sure will. All right, Rock, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to hold you. I see you laughing, Essay. I'm going to hold you all to that. So please, 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 if it's your first time, don't make it your last time. If you've been here before, please come back again. You have a special, I like those check marks. I'm holding you to it, Lottie, Maudie. Kind of tie tongue. This writer's wisdom, and at the same time, extremely, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I like that. Go to the restroom and get rid of that waste before 2026. So that is so freaking awesome. So again, thank each one of you all for stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end my live, and I hope to see you all. Some of you all I will see tonight. Some of you all I will see later today, and hopefully I'll be able to stick to my schedule and make this happen for the rest of this week. That's what my plans are. But life does. Life be life sometimes. Thanks again. Much love. Bye for now. Continue to have a magnificent and a marvelous Monday. That's excellent, Muhammad. Absolutely, it is. It is, Lottie. Okay, bye for now. Much love, everybody. Bye.